Hey, Peace family. How you doing? Are you okay? Are y'all okay? I've been praying for you all this week. Praying for you, praying for me. I'm getting better. But the day after George Floyd's death, I went to bed at 4 o'clock so I could stop crying. Um, I'm better now, but still I've cried every day since. Typically when these things happen, I'll go distract myself by cooking with the football team, hugging on my babies and the kids, or just working behind the scenes in the church. But this time with this George Floyd death, I've kind of had to sit in this pain and hurt, and I've tried to articulate for myself and for others why I just feel so broken. If you know me, I'm not typically emotional, but here's my attempt to share with you my feelings vocally. I suggest you take a minute to do the same. I wrote it down, I talked it out, cried it out, sing it out, whatever it is it's gonna take for you to be able to feel what you feel and know why you feel what you feel. I've asked my black boy, Jonathan, to come and sit with me because Jonathan and Joseph, they're the reasons why I've been crying so much. They're the reasons why I felt so hopeless and hopeful, kind of at the same time, these past couple of weeks. So, thank you, Jonathan, for coming and sitting with me. Because I think I need to talk about kind of how I've walked through this process and kind of where it came from and how you play a part of it, of just how I feel as a mom of a black son. So I'm praying I can get through this without crying. But because these past couple of weeks, I've been stuck on the TV, watching almost everything about this thing, and trying to make sense of this whole thing of why I feel, how angry I am, how mad I am, how sad I am, how hopeless I feel. And I was reading a post with Jamie Gray, from Jamie Gray. She was just sharing her pain, and she ended her post with, "Our lives matter." And it kind of shocked me that some of the comments, they were negative, and then they would say, "All lives matter." And I realized then, I said, we cannot continue to allow people to redirect and redefine our pain. Because her response to each one of her posts, and I really liked how she did it. She said, all she said to them, she didn't debate them, she didn't argue with them. All she said was, "Please do not change the topic of my post." And they would say this, and she said, "Please do not change the topic of my post." And from that I learned, please do not try to redefine and redirect my pain to make you comfortable. At least acknowledge it and see it. Don't try to redirect it and to redefine it to something else, to all lives matter, or the flag, or all of these other issues, even on our side of we gotta vote or whatever it is, can we just acknowledge and see that this hurt real bad? It hurt. I ain't wanna cry. I thought I was gonna get over this, cause it hurts. And it didn't just start with George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery. When Trayvon Martin was killed, I was so confused. I truly believed that the jury would convict George Zimmerman. I said, oh, he's gonna be convicted for this. When George Davis was killed, I was devastated when they didn't convict Michael Dunn. I didn't understand, and I wanted to talk to white mothers because I did not understand. I wanted to talk to white mothers on the jury. I wanted to talk to white mothers who lived with men who were on the jury. I just wanted to talk to white people, and I didn't do it because I thought I might have been too angry and people wouldn't understand it. But I wanted to have that conversation, and this time I'm gonna have it. Because they declared a mistrial on Michael Dunn the first time. They got him, they convicted him the second time, but I just didn't understand. Did not understand how George Zimmerman's right to fear Trayvon Martin because he was walking through a neighborhood with a hoodie and some Skittles in his pocket. Didn't understand how that outweighed Trayvon Martin's right to walk through a neighborhood and not stop for a stranger he didn't know, and have the right to defend himself. Didn't understand how Michael Dunn's right to fear Jordan Davis because he was playing loud music outweighed Jordan Davis's right to disrespect him and not listen to a stranger telling him to turn his music down. I didn't understand how that gave him a right to kill him, and that other people didn't see that like I saw it. I was like, how are we living in the same world, seeing the same episode, and not coming to the same conclusion? And take this off your lip. Might get off. But so after that, I tried real hard as a mom, because that was the time when you were like 12, 13 years old. And I tried real hard to make you the most perfect child. Made sure that I was like, don't sag your pants. Don't wear this. Don't wear a hoodie. Don't play loud music. It was always don't. Because I needed to make you this perfect child that they wouldn't kill. Because I wanted you to live. I was super scared because as a mom, I needed to try everything I could to make them not want to kill you, the cops or whatever. And as much as I tried, they still happen. They still pull over and stop you. A bunch of police stop you in front of high school because somebody handed you a piece of candy and started searching you. still happen because you pull over a faded line at a stoplight. And the first question they ask, what you got in the car? And it's nothing. It still happened. And we did everything we could. And you're a great child. You're a wonderful kid. You're not a perfect kid, but you're a wonderful kid. But they don't see it. And so I said, as much as I try as a mom, as much as we do, there is nothing that we can do to protect you from that. And that hurt, and you feel hopeless. And so, oh God. So when this week, past weeks, Ahmaud Arbery gets killed. And we don't even know why he was in that empty house or house that was built. Might have wanted a drink of water, might have wanted to steal the car. But he had a right to life, to defend his story. He had a right to life. And then watching George Floyd suffocate under that man's neck. And at 6 minutes, he was already unconscious and no pulse. And for 3 more minutes, that man stood, and they were telling him, get off his neck. For $20, whether it was check or bill, I don't know. For $20, he had a right to life, to defend his story. He didn't have the right to be the judge, the jury, and the executioner. That's what I thought America was. I thought that's what the country we lived in. And it opened up a flood of tears, pain, of a group of people that said, we can't take it anymore. And I don't know what to do, even still, because I just don't know if their right to live will be honored, because they're going to destroy them as a person to justify being able to kill them. But they have a right. They have a right to life, to defend themselves. And so I just want to come and apologize as a mom, in the sense that you have a right to live. You have a right to express yourself as a Black man and all that entails. You do. I'll be scared to death of you doing it, because people may not understand it. But you still have a right to do it. That's what we say this country is all about. You still have a right to do it. You still have a right to play loud music, as you just did driving in the garage. But I can't sleep watching you do it. And so, to make me feel better, I tell you not to. But as a mom, this has been painful, painful, painful to watch. Because, when the white guy killed those 9 people in the church in South Carolina, at the black church, they thought he had a right to live and value his life, so much so, they took him to Burger King on the way to jail. He killed 9 people. George Floyd took $20. Yeah, he may have had a rap sheet, but he took $20. This boy killed 9 people. And they take him to Burger King because they felt that he had the right to defend himself. To defend, not like they were trying to kill him, but right to defend his story and to be able to say what happened. Just as right when this all was happening with George Floyd, here a boy in Connecticut, UConn student who killed 2 people, and the first thing you hear on the news is that he's an honor student and this is not who he is. And they valued his life enough to just arrest him. We should have that same right, just to be arrested. Gotta ask for the right to be just arrested in America today. That does not seem right. And I'm trying to plead to moms that does not seem right. Because the family of George Floyd, what people are saying about him, they are also saying that's not who he is. That's not who he was to us. His life mattered to us. And he was trying to make a difference. Oh goodness, this is not right. This is not right. I am not just concerned about your right to be born. I'm concerned about your right to live. And for some, they're just fighting for your right to be born. But I need them to fight for your right to live. To grow up and be the young man that God has called you to be. And it will not be a straight path. For many, many people, the path is crooked. White, black, red, green, whatever, alike. The path is not straight to our purpose. Our paths are crooked. But all too often, when our kids take a wrong turn, they pay with their life. And you shouldn't have to do that. And so I pray that, I pledge, actually, that I'm going to have conversations, that this has sparked a thing in me that I'm going to talk until I'm dead. To everybody that I can. To have uncomfortable conversations with people so that they too will hopefully join me in saying that you have a right to live. And I know that your pain may not be the same as mine. You have different emotions, but what I want you to do is I want you to figure out what they are. so that you can, one, articulate them, and so it won't hinder you. It won't control you. It won't keep you from being who you are called to be. So it won't and so it won't kill you, really. But I love you. Proud of you. Proud of who you're becoming and growing into being. And I used to say, oh, I just can't wait till Jonathan gets grown enough to get all his sense and all his brain cells. You know, you don't get all your common sense till you're 28 or something like that. Some minute take longer. I can't wait till he get all his common sense. Oh, because I could breathe if he could just live long enough to get all his common sense. That may not be enough anymore. But I pray it will be. And I pray that people will see that you deserve. You deserve to live. You deserve to live. I'm done. You want to say anything? You want to tell me anything?
I just want to say, you're a great mother. Real for real. Yeah, I feel like you raised me the best you possibly could have. Any mother could have. Any person could have. I feel like you instilled something in me that some people can't, or some people wouldn't in their children, because they wouldn't take the time to say or even have a conversation like this and be so vulnerable with their son and let them know their pain instead of hiding it. Because I feel like in the Black community, that's what we do. We hide our pain instead of showing it, because so many generations of pain that we all feel. Because this is going on 500 years of straight pain, going on almost 600 years of straight pain in just Black America. And we all feel it. White people don't feel it because that's why they just can't understand it. But we all feel the whole 500, 600 years of pain that this country has brought us. And what we learn how to do is hide, because that's what we've been doing. We had to hide. We had to shut off ourselves. And I really appreciate you for showing that and like instilling that in me, because I feel like I had conversations with white people just because I just want to understand what they understand, or what they believe, not understand. Because I don't understand. For real. Like I don't understand what they don't understand from me. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that aspect of you and Dad, you and my father, because y'all really put that inside me and Tiger. And I'm gonna spread it. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna, like, exactly what you're gonna do. I'm gonna keep on having these conversations. I'm continue to make people uncomfortable. I'm gonna be me. That's all I can do. I think the number one thing we can do in this Black community is have conversations. I think, like, people are asking for the answer. I read, like, in my opinion, I think that is the answer. Having conversations. Because people are not gonna understand if we keep our mouth shut. We're not gonna understand. We're not gonna understand if we keep on looting, killing our own people, and be like, that they're just not gonna understand. Sometimes I don't even understand that, but it's like, we have to do that. Just conversation. Just all we. That's literally all our black community gotta do. Conversation, talk to how we feel, tell our history, know our history for one, in our black community. Because some of us call Martin Luther King a coward because he made people uncomfortable, and he died to make people uncomfortable. And they were so uncomfortable that he later died. You know what I mean? So I really feel like that is the number one thing that we have to do, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to be a leader in this community to push that and make that happen. And that's how I feel. So I really appreciate you. I love you.
Love you too.
All my heart.
Love you too.
And I'm gonna continue to be the man you want me to be.